Hello, companions. I am the Traveler. Today we're going on a journey to Narnia. Pack lightly because we have a lot of ground to cover. It is said by some that the Valley of Narnia was founded by the great lion Aslan, but this is not completely accurate, for according to those who witnessed the deep magic of its creation, Aslan sung Narnia into existence. This song of creation had neither words nor tune, but by the power of its beauty Aslan manifested the stars and planets out of darkness. And as he sang, the land itself appeared from nothing, and as he walked about its surface, he sang the flora and fauna into existence. He would, after their creation, select certain animals as talking beasts. Indeed, there were 6 witnesses to the creation of Narnia: Jadis, the former Empress of Charn, 4 humans from the realm of Earth, Diggory Kirkle, Polly Plummer, Andrew Ketterley, and Frank, a cabbie from the Earth City of London, and his horse called Strawberry. How they found themselves in the position to witness the creation of Narnia is a question for a different time. But it is important to note that Aslan would anoint Frank and his wife Helen the first king and queen of Narnia. As for its geography, Narnia is a valley lying between 2 mountain ranges, which separate it from Archenland to the south and the wildlands of the north. To its east, Narnia is bounded by the sea, and to the west by lofty cliffs which carry the source waters of the great river. At Beaver's Dam, southwest of Miraz Castle, it is joined by a tributary originating in the Lantern Waste. As the great river travels east and south, it flows into a wide valley. Here, at its most shallow point, it reaches the fords of Baruna, near a walled town of the same name. Further south, the great river is joined by the River Rush before it turns east, taking a serpentine course through the woodlands before flowing into the sea at Cair Paravel, Narnia's capital. It is generally stated that Narnia may be reached by various means. However, this is not to say that one is always free to choose the timing of one's visit. Those aforementioned humans who bore witness to Narnia's creation were transported there using magic rings by way of the wood between the worlds. It has also been reported that a party of young humans once entered Narnia through a wardrobe constructed from the wood of a Narnian apple tree. These sons of Adam and daughters of Eve would, according to prophecy, assist Aslan in restoring Narnia from perpetual winter and from the rule of Jadis, the White Witch. It has also been said that Aslan has been known to transport individuals directly to Narnia as he sees fit. I am not at liberty to discuss the method of my travel to this place. Those who have the good fortune to travel here will find few structures or monuments. The buildings in Narnia are impressive but remote, and most of the inhabitants of this country prefer to live in trees or underground. You will find that the weather is mild, and the dangers of the outdoors are mitigated by the intelligence, friendliness, and articulate nature of much of the wildlife. That said, of the many fantastic lands to which I have voyaged, Narnia's pristine natural beauty sets it apart. I've compiled in no particular order a list of sites that any traveler must visit on a trip to Narnia. How one decides to achieve this will largely depend on one's point of origin, preference of terrain, and the time one is willing to devote to one's journey. Number 1, the Duchy of the Lantern Waste. Number 2, Miraz's Castle. Number 3, Beaver's Dam. Number 4, the town of Baruna. Number 5, Aslan's How. Number 6, Trouble Hunter's Cave. Number 7, Bulgy Bear's House. And last but not least, Cair Paravel. A journey through Narnia is best taken via one of 2 routes, each ending at its capital. The one I'll refer to as the northern route is suited most for the traveler who is most interested in exploring Narnia's history. The second route, which I will refer to as the southern route, is most suited to the traveler who might primarily be interested in enjoying Narnia's inhabitants and natural wonders. The northern route begins in the Duchy of the Lantern Waste, which lies in the far northwest of the country. It is the location of the original wardrobe portal linking Earth to Narnia, which was first discovered by Lucy Pevensey and her siblings. As such, it is one of the most historically significant locations in all of Narnia. Here you will find the lamppost for which the Lantern Waste is named, whose light has endured from Narnia's creation. Conveniently, the Lantern Waste lies close to the source of the Great River. A brief journey from here through the mountains will take you past a castle on the northern bank of the Great River, just north and east of Beaver's Dam. This castle, known as the Castle of Caspian, was the home of various rulers of the Telmarine dynasty. Its last permanent ruler, Caspian IX, was murdered and usurped by his brother Miraz. As the castle's final inhabitant before its destruction, the castle is often called Miraz's Castle. There is some evidence that Caspian X may have resided here prior to the construction of Cair Paravel. A short trip down and across the river will take you to Beaver's Dam. This was the original home of Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, who aided the Pevensey children in their flight from the White Witch's secret police, and was in effect the first headquarters of the Winter Revolution. Further south near the fords of Baruna, at the confluence of the Great River and the River Rush, lies the walled red-roofed town of the same name. This otherwise quaint market town was the site of two important battles, the first during the Winter Revolution and the second during the Narnian Revolution, both referred to as the Battle of Baruna Fords or the Battle of the Fords of Baruna. The final leg of the journey takes us with the Great River as it winds east towards Cair Paravel and the Great Eastern Ocean. The southern route into Narnia requires more overland travel over harsher terrain. One must be prepared to travel some distance on horseback and to camp beneath the stars occasionally. As our first destination from the south is the Bulgy Bear's house, the most efficient approaches are overland by means of the pass into Narnia, or by river by means of a tributary of the river Winding Arrow, which flows directly past the city of Anvard. Given Anvard's place in Narnian history, its importance as Archenland's seat of government, and the ease of river travel, I would strongly recommend the latter approach. This imposing fortress city was the home of the greater portion of Archenland's population, as well as most of its army. The key battle of the Archenland conflict, the Battle of Anvard, was fought here. Famous rulers from this castle include King Lune, his son King Kor, also known as Shasta, and his queen Aravis, and Ram the Great. From Anvard, continuing north along the river, will take us to the southern border of Narnia. From here, we'll travel east on horseback to the Bulgy Bear's house. The Bulgy Bears lived together here in hiding, in a large hollowed-out oak tree during the Telmarine Age. The Bulgy Bears were among the first to accept Caspian X as king, and one of the Bulgy Bears served as Marshal of the Lists for High King Peter during his duel with Miraz at Aslan's Howe. From here, northwest of the Bulgy Bear's house, our next destination is the Truffle Hunter's Cave. Located in the southwestern corner of the country, this was the home of the Talking Badger Truffle Hunter, the Red Dwarf Trumpkin, and the Black Dwarf Nickabrick. Our next destination is in fact the most important of all. From Truffle Hunter's Cave, a trek north will take us to the origin of the westernmost tributary of the River Rush. By boat we will take the river north, making land northwest of Aslan's Howe. Located south and west of Baruna, Aslan's Howe is a large mound of earth which was originally the location of the stone table upon which Aslan was executed by the White Witch. It would later become the site of underground tombs and passageways where Caspian X and the Pevensies would set up a camp prior to the Second Battle of Baruna. After making pilgrimage to this most sacred site, we may track back north and continue east along the river towards the fords of Baruna. From here, we may complete our journey just as we did on our northern route towards Cair Paravel. I hope that you've enjoyed our trip to Narnia. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me where you'd like to go next. Until next time, companions, safe travels.